Welcome, it's Dance and Doodle, and today we're going to be talking about Stranger Things.
Welcome in, community, and anybody else that's new to the Dad and Son community. Today I'm going to do something a little different, and for those that have been around for a while, you recognize the fact that we do lives and we have discussions, so this is going to be more like that. But I wanted to attempt to get this one out to a more broader audience, because our channel is dedicated to things we do as a family together for fun, activities, places we go, things we do. One of those things for the last decade has been falling in love with one of our favorite shows. If you're ever on our channel, or if we're fortunate enough to have you join the community, you'll see that we are really into holidays and events. And one of those holidays and events is Halloween. And Halloween transcends a lot of different arenas. And why Stranger Things may be sci-fi up front, there was a lot of horror aspect to it. So it appealed to us as a family. And I will say we greatly anticipated season 5. Now, I'm not here to talk about any of the plot holes. I'm not here to talk about the inconsistencies. I'm not here to talk about conformity gate. There is more than enough out there. What I will say on those is I'm well aware of them, and I'd love to hear in the comments the plot holes that you're aware of, just to see if there's any that I'm missing. So if you take the season at the surface and that it is a continuation and that the story is what it is, the plot holes are important. So by all means, let's begin a list down below and make sure everyone's on the same page. That being said, I'm also not here to trash the finale. What I'm here to do and get a discussion started on, because I'd like to hear more of this, because as I searched and as I looked, almost everything revolved around conformity gate, and that episode 8 was not the actual finale, that there's a secret episode 9, which I never bought into or believed. They would never have released it in the theaters. They never would have hyped it as the finale, as the end. Again, I get the twist that there could have been some marketing genius behind doing that, but I think they would have left too many dollars on the table to have that be the actual way that they completed it. Now, what I will say is that if it is at the surface, they played it extremely safe. Now, my theory on that is if the surface ending is the surface ending, it's to ensure that any spin-offs or any ties, any prequels, anything else, all have legs. They all can tie back to something. You can answer any questions. The characters are safe. The plot armor was there, 100% totally agree. But I think the biggest takeaway, and I've searched, and the only thing I've really found is a few obscure videos and a couple Reddits, is that if you watch all the way through to the end, and the reason I have this front and center, and why it may have just been an artistic choice to have everything put into a D&D binder and the campaign be Stranger Things. And I know the ending is supposed to be left up to interpretation. My belief truly is that this was all a D&D campaign. The kids with the exception, the adults with the exception of Elle, everyone with the exception of the people with actual powers were 100% real. And this was a campaign written by Mike to play, and it was the final campaign. It was the culmination of all their learning, all their advancements in D&D, and to me, that would actually explain some of the plot holes. As a dad, as a parent, we're all guilty of, at the end of a story, just saying, yeah, everyone lived happily ever after. You want to give the kids a good night rest. You don't want any nightmares. You want them to believe that if you put forth your best effort, you try hard, you get what you want. It's the happy ending we all want. You also see this in any time that they played traditionally. There's always the happy ending, even with the Hellfire Club endings. There's the happy ending. I think the final scene shows that this truly was just a campaign. I believe that the kids were real. I believe the parents were real. I believe every part of it was real. The other evidence I have for that is if you're in the campaign portion where the graduation happens, Mike's mom is all full of scars because of what happened during the campaign. If you fast forward in advance to when they're actually finishing the campaign at the end, her scars are gone. It's just another little piece of empirical evidence in my opinion. But that's what I think happened. I don't see enough being said about that. And I'd love to make another video and have a conversation about the plot holes. Like I said, leave those down there. Leave your opinion on season 5 in general. Leave your opinion on which is your favorite season. For me, no lie, it was season 4. And I'd love to talk about some of the major misses that I thought season 5 had, if you believe season 5 truly is live action. I've come to the conclusion now, having digested it, having taken it in, letting it sit, that this was a D&D campaign. It was written by Mike. You see Mike writing at the end. That's where he was writing his stories. Everyone is going to move on, but the happy ending is a prediction of how everyone does move on from there as part of the campaign, because they ask in real life, because they were so invested in this particular game and campaign. Now, I'm not a D&D expert, never actually played the game, but I've gotten to learn a lot of it and researched a lot about it, given our interest in the show and our love for the show. I will say, as far as conformity gate goes, Efron would agree with me. I don't think that this is all just a, Vecna's controlling everyone and they're living in the matrix where everyone's happy and they're all connected to the hive mind tubes. But yeah, I've taken in a lot. Again, I took it at surface to begin with. I rewatched it. I digested the plot holes, and the plot holes to me are all pretty much explained, because if you're somebody writing that mythology and bringing it that far along in a game that has various outcomes depending on a role here or a role there, some of those items are going to be explained away just by that alone. The defeat of the Mind Flayer makes total sense. Somebody had a high roll, so you take them out quickly. The defeat of Vecna, again, somebody had a high roll. Again, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I know this is not our traditional type video. We're probably going to introduce ourselves to a new audience out there. We may alienate our current community. I don't mean to do that, but this has been something I've been thinking a lot about. And for us, for me anyways, that's how I interpret it. That end screen, those end credits, to me, solidified my opinion that this was a D&D campaign. It was written by Mike. The kids are real. The adults are real. Everything's real. And now it's Holly's turn, when they transition, to become the new dungeon master that writes these epic campaigns. And these new campaigns will build off of that. That's why you also hear in all the interviews, the future spin-offs and everything will not tie back to these characters, to these people, because these are Mike's characters. These are Mike's people. Holly didn't play this game. And if Holly's generation's the next one up, she's going to make her own Jumanji, if you will. I don't know if this is me coping in what I believe makes the most sense, but I truly, truly believe that's how this played out. So we appreciate you hanging out. Let us know if you disagree. I will show the end scene here, just so everyone else can see it and get their own opinion on it. But leave what you think in the comments. Leave the plot holes. If you guys would like another video to discuss the plot holes, there's enough of them on YouTube. But if you'd like our perspective on it, we're happy to do that. We're also happy to do a live where we have this discussion. So if you're new to the community, thank you for being here. If you're one of our longtime OG legends, we appreciate you so much. You guys are the best. Thank you again. Talk to you soon. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed. And if you did, Please liking, subscribing, and turn on notifications. Take care. Have a great day.